To have his way with his daughter's newly developed body, the father decided to lock her up and savor her slowly. Soon, he came up with a plan. First, he deliberately sent his wife away, then pretended to ask his daughter to help carry some things. But just as they were moving the items into the basement, Amy noticed a hidden door behind the bookshelf. She found it hard to believe, but since it was her own father, she didn't think much of it. Before Amy could react, her father quickly walked out and slammed the secret room's door shut. Seeing that her father had locked her in the secret room, Amy screamed frantically, but the steel door was far too thick. Not a single sound could be heard from the outside. She was terrified and at a loss. She had thought her father merely wanted to punish her, perhaps locking her up for a few days at most. But it wasn't until she opened the box her father had made her carry and discovered it was filled with her personal belongings that she realized all of this had been part of her father's plan. This terrified me. After shouting for a while, she tried to unlock the door. To her surprise, entering the wrong code 3 times caused the power to cut out automatically. Even the exhaust fan stopped running. She then found a flashlight and frantically shouted for help into the ventilation duct. But when her father outside heard the sound, he simply covered the duct opening with a blanket and piled clutter on top of it so no one would notice. That evening, the family gathered in the living room discussing how to find their missing daughter, but only the father sat on the sofa, saying nothing. Time quickly passed to the next day. Amy kept trying to enter the code, but still to no avail. She lay on the floor in despair, unable to understand why her father had done this. On the 4th day, she heard movement outside the door again. She hid behind a pillar and, as her father entered, shoved him aside and rushed out the door. She thought she could escape, but he hadn't anticipated there was another steel door outside, one that had also been soundproofed. Even screaming at the top of his lungs was useless, so Amy was dragged back into the secret room by her father. He then began to threaten her. As long as she obeyed him here, he would provide her with a comfortable life. Otherwise, she would face severe punishment. Amy, who had been abused, wept in despair in the corner. From that moment on, her father was no longer a part of her life. When her father faced Amy's boyfriend, he claimed his daughter had eloped with someone else, telling him never to think of her again and never to look for his daughter. The innocent boy believed he had been betrayed and left with a face full of disappointment. During the 21 days of her imprisonment, her father brought some daily necessities to the basement. He also took a cake out of the bag and brought Amy a long dress. With no other choice, Amy was forced to put it on. Her father said that today he would make up for her 18th birthday celebration and asked Amy what she wanted, but Amy tried to appeal to his conscience. Unexpectedly, he wouldn't allow Amy to call him dad, insisting instead that she address him as darling in the manner of a lover. With no other choice, Amy obediently complied. Upon hearing this, her father immediately ordered her to come over, and Amy was subjected to humiliation once again. Time moved to the 38th day. Amy was eating cold canned food as usual. At that moment, she suddenly noticed the can lid was extremely sharp. She ran her fingers along the edge of the lid, and a flame of hope ignited in her heart.